Hello Gemini, and welcome to your 2026 reading. I'm going to do a full reading for you this year, and this is going to go through every month of the year. And if it resonates, great. If not, please leave it. You might be in your moon sign or rising sign instead, so please make sure you check those signs out as well. So I have already premeditated and shuffled cards, but now that you are here with me, let's jump on into the reading. All right, Gemini, welcome. So, perfect. So January we have the Four of Wands. February we have the High Priestess. March, the Moon. April we have the Six of Swords. I'll show you each card as we go. May we have the Seven of Cups. June, Two of Pentacles. July, the Nine of Wands. August, Hanged Man. September, King of Wands. October, Three of Pentacles. November, the World. And December, Ace of Pentacles. Wow. All right, I'm really excited to jump on into this reading. But first, let's grab us an overall energy just before I explain and go into all of the cards. All right, so could we have an overall energy of 2026 for Gemini, please? Could we have an overall energy of 2026 for Gemini, please? There is a little fly that will not leave, but it clearly just wants to be in the reading with us. All right. Perfect. So Gemini 2026. We have Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. I hope you're excited for this. I am with you on this, Gemini. I am a Gemini sun, so I am also including myself in this reading. That life is speeding up. I really love the shape that these antlers create as well. I think they're quite magnifique is literally what's coming to my head, but on the Two of Cups, basically this is like the representation of the health, you know, like the health logo. Perfect. So Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up. So I'm just going to sit that. That is also a number 2. Number 2 in numerology represents partnerships, harmony, co-work, balance, all the good stuff there. All right, so for your January, you have the Four of Wands. Now, Four of Wands, I really like to see. It's a lovely, stable card, but it's also a card of celebration. And this could even lead to marriage or long-term commitments, relationship. It could be a proposal. Proposal? Is that what I just said? So yeah, Four of Wands is definitely a card of celebration as well. There could be a gathering, might be a family gathering, maybe it's a friend's birthday, maybe you're celebrating somebody who is really, who you are really close to. So there's a lot of good vibes, good energy within this card, and I love that the year is opening up for you with this in January. Very exciting. February, you have the High Priestess. Now, I do see the High Priestess as a very like spiritual card. The High Priestess basically is information or wisdom from another plane is how I tend to see her, but she's kind of like the ethereal wisdom, not the physical wisdom like the Hierophant would represent. She's the divine feminine, completely within her feminine energy. Super spiritual. She could be dreaming, so you could be dreaming a lot around February. It could be quite prophetic dreams. You might be manifesting, you know, anything that you speak out, that is energy at the end of the day. And sorry, that is energy at the end of the day. That is how manifestation works. Anything you speak out, if you're doing spell work, it could come true within this time in February. If you are writing down, you know, Santa's wish list, this could come true in February as well. So I'm seeing a lot of wisdom, a lot of information, very prophetic here in February. March, we have the Moon. Now the moon can represent, it could be secrets, it could be illusion. This could also represent something that we're not quite in grasp yet. It could be a miscommunication of some sort, or the not knowing. I'm just going to go with not knowing. I think that's probably the best word that I can come up with at the moment to represent how I'm feeling and what I'm seeing with the moon here. April, we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is travel, or it may be getting up to go, leaving something behind for the good. Now you see that this family here are moving with nothing but the clothes on their backs. Now that usually is a representation of moving, needing to move from somewhere. So this could be growth, this could be a new job, this could be a new house, a new situation. This could be maybe you've started new habits and you're going for a walk every day. It could represent anything like that. It doesn't have to be like a big transition, a big move, but it definitely represents something of some sort of transition, moving to calmer shores. Definitely things are looking up for you, especially when I see the Six of Swords here. In May, we have the Seven of Cups. Now the Seven of Cups can be a card of feeling spoiled for choice. It could be overwhelm. It could be not knowing. So there's a lot of, it can be like confusion or clarity that you've got too many things going on. Maybe you are trying to do too many things at once. Maybe you've got hobbies that you're trying to balance with work, that you're trying to balance with exercising, that you're trying to balance with, doing a good diet, drinking water every day, everything that we should be doing, but it is difficult, let's be fair. So Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups can represent maybe a little bit too much going on. So it can also represent distractions as well. In June, we have the Two of Pentacles. Now the Two of Pentacles is a card of trying to balance. It can be a card of walking on eggshells. It can be a feeling of not quite feeling grounded, feeling a little up in the air, feeling like you're juggling. You're trying to juggle, and that totally makes sense following on from the Seven of Cups here. But yeah, it's a card of trying to balance, understanding what it is that you truly want and trying to go for that and making that work without being too confused in the meantime. July, you have the Nine of Wands. Now the Nine of Wands is feeling like you just want to give up. You've just got one more post left to put and make this a safe fence, keeping out any intruders, keeping out anybody that you don't want to come in. But also you're feeling like really fatigued, really at the end, like you can't quite take much more. But when this card shows, this is literally the last push. Carry on with going, carry on doing with what you are doing, because you are almost at completion. And that's really what I see here for the Nine of Wands. In August, you have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man, for me, usually shows up when there's an epiphany, there's a new idea, there is trying to change your perspective, trying to change your attitude, trying to change your outlook on maybe a circumstance, a situation, how you're feeling. So I quite like that the Hanged Man is here. August is, teetering on to the end of summer as well. So maybe you are trying to understand everything of the year so far and how to move forward. In September, there's the King of Wands. Now the King of Wands is a very charming character, very charismatic, sat on their throne, very calm, very fiery, passionate. What else? Very fiery, but also, with that wit and charm. It's not like, the King of Swords, for example, can be a bit quick with the tongue. However, the King of Wands is very charming. So I feel like you're definitely stepping into your King of Wands energy, King of Wands era. It doesn't matter which gender you are. This is more of a masculine energy, so you could be more, protective. You could be trying to understand whether you want emotional security or physical security at this point. Something along the lines of that. In October, you have the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles is a card of co-work, community. There's a community spirit here. There is... my voice and my throat is really weird today. I do apologize. Working with others. I do sometimes... No, I'm just going to go with other... I definitely feel like this is co-work, this is friendships, this is going into business together. That's what I'm feeling today. I'm also feeling... I don't know, I feel like Halloween was quite potent. When I first picked up the card, I immediately thought of Halloween. So I'm feeling like that maybe... Probably you're stepping into a witchy era. You know, 3 is the magic number. Maiden, Mother and Crone, you know, that is the special 3 as well. So I definitely am feeling a big connection towards Halloween or Samhain. In November, you have the World. So definitely something is coming into completion, which is quite marvelous. The World is, yeah, representative of completion. It's the end of a cycle. It's the beginning of something new. This is card number 21. And yeah, basically the next step within the major arcana would be the Fool again. So the Fool has completed his journey through the Fool's journey at this point. So this is representative of you. You know, this could be... It could be a life cycle, it could be something within business, it could be, you know, breaking old habits that you've learnt from something. So it's quite a deep card. I'd love to see what comes up. And December. I love that you've gone from the World in November to December. So you are starting something new, but I definitely feel that this is something... This is a coin worth growing. This is worth putting all of your ideas, your energy, your, you know, financially, just dipping in a little bit. Obviously, don't take it financial advice from me. But Ace of Pentacles is definitely an idea worth growing. But it's the golden coin. It's a brilliant idea. You've also got this beautiful golden path as well that does lead to success if you know, focus on growing this wealth here. All right, so let's pop up the Antelope Spirit again. Life is speeding up. So a very prosperous year ahead, Gemini. I'm feeling quite excited jumping into this. So let's understand what's going to happen in January, please. What are the things we should look out for in January for the Four of Wands? Four of Wands for January, Gemini 2026, please. Can we have clarification? Cards wanted to jump there. Alright, clarification. Wands. Four of Wands, Gemini 2026. We have Judgment. So I definitely feel like there's a new beginning. I feel like maybe you have been... I feel like maybe you've been a little harsh on yourself. There's an awakening happening. You are rising, essentially rising from the dead. I'm just going to show you that card again. I'm hearing just to pull another card, and we've got Seven of Cups. All right, so Seven of Cups comes up twice in the reading here. Do you really know what you want? So this is a card of commitment. I feel that, you know, I'm just going to put them in order. So this is a card of commitment. It's long-term progress. It's something to work and look forward to. You've also got Judgment here as well. I'm feeling that this could be this could be related to a relationship. This could be to do with work or finances or emotions as well, which essentially they pretty much all fall into the same category. I feel like you're a little bit confused about what it is that you truly want. If this is to do with a relationship, is this somebody I want to be with for the rest of my life? Is this somebody that I can really, you know, see myself with in the future? I definitely feel like there's an epiphany or there's an awakening happen here. There's like a grand idea. This is like a wake up, it's now or never act situation. But you're still pondering on what, you know, the ifs, the doubts, what can be. I feeling like you're not quite satisfied with whatever this is representational for you at the moment. So whether that's work, whether that's, you know, a friendship, whether that is your partner, whether this is a marriage, I feel like you're still pondering on what could be. Is this really for the rest of my life? So it's quite a deep energy there for you. I do see a lot of this shadow in the card today as well. So I know the shadow does look like the cross. Also, you know, this is not representational of literally. So I feel like there's a lot of your shadow self that wants to come out and play. And this is kind of being dismissed. Do you see how the shadow's different to the actual figures? This is quite potent for me today. So this is what I'm also going to focus on as well. Are you feeling balanced? Are you feeling comfortable in your choices? In your choices at the moment? So I'm just going to leave that with January. We'll leave you ponder your January. And let's dig into your February. All right, so what's anything we should know about February for the High Priestess, please, for Gemini, February, the High Priestess, January. Gemini High Priestess. We've got the Nine of Cups. Wow, card of independence. I also see the Nine of Cups as like the genie card as well. This is wish fulfillment. This is achieving what you only could imagine. And this is the Lovers card. I really love that this has come up, especially after your Four of Wands here. Because I really do see this as such a positive card, although there is definitely a bit of confusion there if this is to do with romance with you, but you have the Lovers card in February. If you're not in a relationship, this could also mean falling in love with yourself. This could represent you know, a close friendship, a genuine love. It doesn't have to be a romantic love. All right, so we've got the High Priestess, which is the divine feminine and spirituality. We have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment. I class this as the genie card. I also see this as yeah, like good luck. There's a lot of happiness within this card. There's a lot of abundance. So definitely, you know, the divine energy especially is on your side in February. And also we have the Lovers. So if you are in a relationship, I think this is super positive. I feel like there's some divine intervention happening as well. I feel like if you have been manifesting somebody, this could also pop up and happen in February for you. If you are already in a relationship, I feel like they could be, you know, bordering on from your January here. There could be an idea, an understanding, or communication can definitely get a lot better here. Whether you're, you know, pouring your heart and soul out and opening up to vulnerability, especially with the Lovers card here as well. There's a deep, the reason I'm saying like opening up to vulnerability is that there's a deep work going on here, internal work, you know, spiritual work going on here. So that's why, and that's what I'm feeling here. It's a very exciting February for you. Okay, March. Could we have a representation for Moon, please? Moon in Gemini. We have the Ace of Cups. So there's definitely, there's definitely some emotional fulfillment happening with the Moon card, and also the Magician. Wow, okay, beautiful. So whatever thoughts, illusions, unknowings that's happening in your March, you've got everything on your side. There's emotional fulfillment. You are stepping into the Magician here as well. Now the Magician, you are the creator. I'm feeling like this is more leading to doubt at this point. So we'll put that to the side. We'll class this as doubt today, an illusion, not quite understanding, the unknowing. I feel that the Moon is representing doubt. You are doubting yourself, but you have absolutely everything you need to create. Now the Magician does have all of the symbols representational of the world, basically, of our general day-to-day. There's also an amazing infinity card as well. Now I really feel like letting you know, you do not have to have all of these material possessions or be completely emotionally stable or be, you know, feel happy all the time and do like, you know, the white picket fence kind of idea that the movies feed us. You are everything that you need to be at this moment. Perfection doesn't exist, but perfection is at this moment. I hope that this message is going through to you. You are enough. You don't need to have all of these extra materialistic things because you are magical enough as it is to make that happen. And you have the emotional, you know, the Ace of Cups here, emotional fulfillment. So I feel like you're definitely stepping within your power, your creation, your creative side. There is definitely a, you know, some focus. There has been an awakening. There's definitely some focus that you are pouring your life into, and I really feel that this is towards yourself. You are starting to believe yourself. You are starting to make your dreams come true. You definitely have that beautiful support with you as well. So yeah, February, I think, sorry, March is releasing, there we go. So yeah, March, you are releasing doubt for sure. April, you have the Six of Swords. So let's dig in and see what the Six of Swords represents, please. Okay, Six of Swords for April. Six of Swords for April. And we've got the Four of Cups, so stability. Four of Cups. And Ace of Pentacles. All right. Okay, so how I would read this is, so 4 is the number of stability. So we've got the Six of Swords here. The Six of Swords, as I mentioned, is moving to calmer shores. Is taking what you have, taking your knowledge, not having any physical possessions, and moving into onto something new or a new place. You also have the Four of Cups here. Now, Four of Cups usually represents like having or seeing these little nuggets of joy, this little possessions that you have. You know, these could be, you know, this could be love, this could be work, this could be family, this could be hobbies, you know, anything that kind of represents an emotional cup for you, because cups is water, that is our emotions. You are so focused on what's here, you are not quite seeing the offer that is being given to you at this moment, because your gaze and your focus is all on what you have, or maybe, or what you want, rather than what is actually around or what is being seen. So I'm feeling like you're a little in your head with, or just maybe a bit preoccupied with your move. However, you do have the Ace of Pentacles as well. So this could be a new business adventure with the Ace of Pentacles happening. This could be, yeah, a new stream of income. This could be a, you know, side project, a hobby that starts to take off, that you start to get successful with. This is an idea. You are definitely receiving advice or receiving something. Someone wants to help you, but you're not quite seeing that yet. And maybe someone's close to you and they're, you know, they're trying to explain something to you, but maybe you're not quite hearing, you're not quite listening to what they have to say. And you never know, maybe months down the line, a complete stranger will say exactly the same as what this could be, like maybe what your partner has already expressed and explained to you. But because they're a stranger and you're like, oh, that's different, I haven't, you know, no one has said that before, because you're used to hearing your partner, but obviously your partner said it months previously. That is coming in, that definitely could be useful for somebody. So just try to be all ears and understand, yeah, the position, and try to be more open to receiving guidance or assistance. But yeah, this is definitely beneficial for you. This is something to be invested in long term for sure. Just gonna have a sip of water. All right, so May, you have the 7 of Cups. Now 7 of Cups has turned up twice in this reading, so let's have a look. So 7 of Cups in May, please. What does the 7 of Cups represent for Gemini in May 2026? And we have this 6 of Pentacles, so this could be definitely around family. This could be, you know, kind of evaluating, am I actually gaining what it is that I am giving? And another one, please, for Gemini 2026 in May. And we have the Ace of Wands. Wow, you've got a lot of aces, Gemini. You are starting things here, there, everywhere. You know, the Ace of Pentacles is also down twice as well. All right, so 7 of Cups. Now this is a card of, yeah, can be a bit distracted, can be a little preoccupied. Maybe there's a lot of things going on, not quite being focused would be the best way I could put it. You've definitely got options, which isn't a bad thing, but it can be a little overwhelming. You could be living in a bit of a dream world as well, so maybe you're procrastinating. Now also with the 6 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So 6 of Pentacles represents I do see this as like a giving and sharing card. There's, you know, making sure that everything's equal, investing your time and energy into something that's going to grow. Now traditionally the 6 of Wands, oh my nose is so weird today, sorry. Now in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the 6 of Pentacles, there is a figure given to 2 people, or given to one person, but there's 2 people like crouching in front, and they also have the scales of justice in their hands as well. So it's definitely trying to understand if there's an equal give or take. Is this really something that I want to invest in? I do see a lot of good fortune in this card as well, and honestly I do see a lot of like happiness and abundance, because, you know, the hen is feeding the chicks, and the chicks are just going to be obviously happy and thankful that someone is looking after them. They're being fed, they're being cared for, but also these little chicks are going to give such great gratitude and love and unconditional support to the hen here. You know, so there's definitely a cycle going around, and I'm seeing a lot of like the infinity sign as well. What goes around comes around is really what is coming to the forefront at the moment. The 6 of Pentacles, and then with the Ace of Wands. Now the Ace of Wands is, you know, passion, it's being inspired, it's manifesting. In fact, you've got a Magician here as well. You are definitely making things come true. And also you've got the 9 of Cups. You are really making things come true. I feel like you're definitely stepping within your power this year as well, Gemini. And might I add, life is speeding up. So if you're feeling like you've been on hold, like this year is definitely going to be very worthwhile. What else am I reading? I definitely think that whether this is, you know, coming from new ideas or new businesses, because you've got a lot of pentacles here on the table, a lot of aces here on the table as well. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of nurturing happening here. So although you are feeling a little scattered, it could be overwhelmed, you're definitely feeling a lot of passion. You're taking the time to understand what it is that you get as well as what it is that you're giving. So I feel like you're definitely balancing that part, or understanding how to balance, for sure. All right, so in June we have the 2 of Pentacles. Now the 2 of Pentacles is a card of balance, it's a card of harmony, it's a card of kind of juggling 2 things at once, or trying to, yeah, creates a balance, basically. I'm just going to come back to balance, so it doesn't matter how many different ways I'm going to say it. That's pretty much all the words vocabulary I have for you. All right, could we have a card, please, to explain the 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles for Gemini? And And we have 3 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, please, and the World. And the World has come up twice as well. Okay, cool. Right, so 2 of Pentacles is a card of balancing. It's nurturing, it's partnerships, it's making sure that things are equal, or at least trying to get a grasp and trying to steady your footing. With the 3 of Wands, I feel that the 3 of Wands is a card of wondering what's on the other side. I feel like the 3 of Wands here is like a card of completion. You've been working with others and now you're ready to move on, or now you're ready to grow in other ways. You feel like you've reached the potential that you've already got here, I guess, and now you're ready to expand and to grow and to move on. And I feel like a lot of your attention, I do see this as like a golden pentacle here as well. I'm just going to bring that up. Your little golden pentacle is here over the mountain, and all of your wands, this is all of your passion, all of your desires are pointing towards your sun. This is going to make you happy. And also you have the World. You've got the card of completion here as well. So I'm feeling like either you are going to move, maybe this could be a new job, maybe this could be, you're definitely trying to understand there's a choice here. There's a choice here. Do I stay or do I go? Do I start something new? Do I don't know. Yeah, any kind of choice. I feel like there's a choice that you're trying to understand, trying to balance. You've got the 3 of Wands as well, explaining. So you've got the 3 of Wands here as well, explaining that yeah, it's a card of expansion. It's I'm kind of seeing a new world, and then also you've got the World card as well, so you've got that completion. So I feel like you're definitely stepping into something new. You've got a lot of aces on the table as well already. This is definitely a lot of expansion, a lot of growth, a lot of creativity is happening here, but I'm feeling like there's a lot of independence as well. It might not be easy. Not everything in life is worth. What's the right? It might not be easy, but these challenges can definitely create your health, your harmony, you know, your positivity. This is a meditative. He's pretty much doing the Hanged Man pose as well. So very meditative. I'm feeling like, yeah, there's a lot of expansion, a lot of growth here. The 9 of Wands. Here we have the card representing the 9 of Wands. So 9 of Wands, as I said, is, let me see if I can try and stand this up. Okay, cool. So 9 of Wands, bit of glare there. Okay, cool. So yeah, 9 of Wands is like a card of almost completing. It's feeling like you want to give up. You're exhausted. You're determined to finish at this point. I hope you are still determined to finish anyway. But yeah, there's a lot happening here. Alright, so card explaining 9 of Wands, please. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, beautiful. 9 of Wands. And a 3 of Pentacles. Okay, let's put those together. So with the Queen of Pentacles is a very nurturing, loving queen, but very balanced, very grounded, very secure, very positive, very stable. Is literally how I would see the Queen of Pentacles, along with the 3 of Pentacles, which you also have twice here on the table. Along with the 3 of Pentacles is a card of celebration. It's co-work. It's community spirit, making friends. You know, you could have a gaggle of hags is what I was hearing. I don't know if that's correct. What else am I seeing? So I'm feeling like you're very focused on work with the 9 of Wands here. You're like, okay, do I stay or do I really want to complete this? But you should definitely complete it because you've got the Queen of Pentacles here. You're so close to completion, and you are ready to yeah, to complete, basically. You're so ready to complete. This is gonna bring financial stability. And also with the Three of Pentacles, it's like you can ask for help. You don't have to feel like so heavy or so exhausted already. Like you've got a lot of support here. There's a lot of, whether even you're supporting yourself or maybe past you has supported yourself up until now. You know, there's a lot of support. Ease yourself off a little bit. There's a lot of help and celebration here as well. So you are almost at the end. Just make sure you arrive. Don't give up. And this is definitely going to be a very abundant month for you for sure. July. All right. In August, you have the Hanged Man. So let's have, could we have a card to explain the Hanged Man, please? The Hanged Man. Wow. So your epiphany or your new change of perspective is the Chariot. The Chariot is a card of driving yourself, and also you've got Justice here as well. Okay, so let's dive into this a little bit. I'm just going to hold the cards so I had to read them a little bit better. So you've got 3 major arcanas, all just in the month of August. So the Hanged Man is a card of enlightenment, a card of a change in your opinion. Not so much changing your opinion, but realizing the bigger picture, shall we say. There is a card of understanding. It's a card, I definitely feel it's a card of maturity here as well. Didn't know that went through. It's a card of maturity. You've got the Chariot. Now the Chariot is a representation of driving your own, like driving the chariot, creating your own destiny, taking charge. Maybe you feeling like, you know, you've kind of left your life up to other people at some point. So you haven't felt as independent. You're kind of in this little bubble of, you know, what do I do next? How can I change, or how can I change my perspective on a situation? If something has happened, I don't see any Tower cards, but if anything has happened, maybe a little unexpectedly, it's like, okay, what do I do, and how do I look at this from a, you know, from another perspective? Because sometimes when you get so wrapped up in your emotions, it's difficult to see the bigger picture. So the Chariot, I feel, is here to let you know that you are the creator of your destiny. You drive your own chariot. Whether you are relying on the universe itself, are you aiming for anything? But you've also got Justice. So I'm not sure if you are waiting for any legal matters, if there's been any, you know, contracts, if there's been anything that, you know, could be divorce papers, it could be anything in the legal world that you've been waiting for. This definitely could be a note of that. But also, I'm feeling like something is definitely stepping into being fair. Maybe things haven't been quite fair before. Maybe they haven't been quite leveled. But I feel like when you start to take charge of yourself, or not so much be more independent, but maybe, it's not what I'm feeling. It's not like being more independent. I feel like you already are independent, but maybe how to be more of a person that, you know, for your relationship, if you're in a new relationship, I feel like fairness is definitely arriving. Like maybe your boundaries are a bit stronger at this point. It literally, that's what I'm seeing at this point. I feel like when you actually decide to take charge of yourself and your own life and where it is that you want to go and achieve those goals, like that's when things start and feel a lot more balanced for you. Like maybe you're kind of focused on, oh, why did this happen? Or, you know, what can I do to change this situation? Instead, if you put it into the perspective of, okay, this happened, this is how I'm feeling, but this is what it actually means. When you start to take charge of yourself and what it is that you want, instead of leaving things by chance, this is really when things start to fall into place. The King of Wands. So the King of Wands for your September. Could we have clarification for the King of Wands in September, please? We have the 8 of Pentacles. So a lot of hard work and determination happening. And one more card, please. We have the Two of Cups. So I really love the Two of Cups, and on the bottom as well we've got Four of Wands. So definitely there could be a marriage. The reason I brought this out is because I looked at the bottom of the deck, which doesn't usually happen, but it definitely wanted to show itself. So it could be a marriage or proposal, especially with the Two of Cups here. Emotional fulfillment, harmony. If you are not in a relationship, that's not saying that it's not going to happen, but something, yeah, very exciting could happen, especially within this month of September. So yeah, very strong character, very passionate, so you are definitely within the energy of the King of Wands, in like the masculine energy of being passionate, of being kind of stable. I say kind of stable, but also like passion is not always the most stable, is it? But very fiery, you know, this is Wands, this is fire at the end of the day. It's like, I'm going to go for what it is that I love, and I'm going to go for it. I'm going to work hard towards it. Now, Eight of Pentacles is a card of like perfection. Not so much perfectionism, but like working diligently, putting all of that time and work and effort in and just making something perfect. So I do feel like this is definitely a strong relationship month for you. So if you haven't met anybody yet, you could definitely already have a relationship at this time next year. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of emotional fulfillment, there's a lot of harmony, there's a lot of balance. It is going to take some work, or you know, there's going to be some hard work towards that, or even you could be meeting somebody in work. But I think this is a very beautiful month in September, very excited, very passionate. In October, we have the Three of Pentacles. And I did mention that maybe around Halloween time, so if you do celebrate Samhain, this would be October the 31st, towards the end. Could we have some clarity in October, please, for the Three of Pentacles? Three of Pentacles. I'm just hearing to take this card. We've got the Moon. Is there a full moon? I've done the moon cycle. Hang on, let me check. So yeah, the full moon is on the 25th of October. I'm just curious whether to see the moon cycle was around Halloween or why I had that message at that point. Sometimes I don't need to question it, I just need to understand that this can be a time of celebration. It is autumn, it is, you know, coming into the winter and the longer nights, which I absolutely love. You know, that. So you got a lot of celebration here. There can be a bit of mystery or illusion, or some uncertainty, or maybe it could be something secretive as well. Could we have another card, please? And the Seven of Pentacles. All right, so if this is to do with work, you're really trying to understand what to, you know, where to direct your energy, whether you want to grow all of the sunflowers at the same time, or if you want to just really focus on one sunflower and then move on to the next. But essentially, if you do water the crop, then they will all grow at the same time. So this is really like how to disperse that energy in the month of October. There could be a friend, there's possibly a little bit that maybe you're feeling a little distrustful about at this point. Maybe there is a certain situation that maybe is a secret that has been spilled. Maybe there's a certain situation that hasn't quite got a clear understanding of why it happened, maybe. I really love that this moon card is, you know, all in white. I see a lot of purity here, but this also could be you kind of stepping into spirituality. So if this is something that you are interested in, especially around Halloween, there definitely could be like a celebration there as well. Like this wolf here, I see this as a wedding dress. So, you know, there definitely could be a celebrations around a wedding here as well. But there's, honestly, I see this card as a lot of purity, whether you're, you know, around the 25th, if you are diving in or understanding moon magic, for example, but also with the Seven of Pentacles as well. It's like, okay, what is it that I actually want to invest my time and energy in? So there's definitely a lot of prioritizing here as well. But I will mention, just because I had a bit of a spiritual message through with these cards, that number 7 is also the card, is also a number of spirituality. In numerology as well. So there's a big representation there. There's a lot of celebration. I'm feeling like, you know, if you are kind of getting into witchcraft or Wicca or paganism, you know, if you're kind of exploring that kind of realm, I definitely see a lot of potential there for you as well. Oh, that's exciting. Join us. Join us. The World for November. Let's have, could we have a clarifier for the World in November, please? Okay, what does the World represent in November for Gemini? Ace of Swords. So you are starting something new. Very exciting. And also in December, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. And another one, please. And we've got the Knight of Wands. So this is definitely something you are very passionate about. You are very excited to jump into. You could be a bit like very, I was gonna say giggity, I don't know, like when you're super excited, like yay, like let's do it. Very passionate about a new start, a new idea. You are brainstorming. You've got the world, you've got the time, you've got the energy to start something new. Your hopes, hearts and desires are all aligned to ready to start. My goodness. Your hopes, hearts and desires are already aligned, ready to jump into for what it is that you want. You've got the World card here as well. So this is a completion and you are starting something new. There is passion, there is fun, there is great ideas, there is a want and a need to act upon what this is. This also could represent love. This could be a new romance, a new relationship, a new idea. I hear in manifesting as well, and you've got already a couple of months where you are achieving those dreams. Knight of Wands can also represent something, you know, being courageous and just really going for what it is that you want. And you know, there is a lot of passion there and adventure. Starting something new is starting a new adventure. What else am I feeling? In terms of colours, oh, the little acorns here as well, they are a sign of protection. So you're very protected by the divine. The reason I'm saying that is because there's a beautiful amount of purple, and purple represents the crown chakra as well. So you can be, you know, this could even come through in a dream. This is like a prophetic dream, and understanding, okay, this is what I've thought about, this is where I would like to go. So you can definitely be getting messages in your dreams as well, and that can ignite your light and your fire. I'm also seeing just a lot of clarity. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of clarity. There's an end of a cycle, a beginning of something new, and you are absolutely ready to jump into what this is. And for your December, last but not least, could we have a clarification for December, please? December for Gemini, the 5 of Cups. All right, and one more. And the Queen of Swords. All right. So, I love that you have the Ace of Pentacles here. This is, you know, investing into something new. This is throwing all of your eggs in that one basket, jumping in, being passionate, definitely gaining or growing wealth here. You've also got the 5 of Cups. Now the 5 of Cups, this could be a business adventure. Maybe this is something, a hobby that you tried to already invest that time and energy in the past, but I'm feeling like maybe it didn't quite go to plan. Maybe it was a marketing strategy that didn't quite fall into place at the right time. So you've kind of gone without to this point. And also we've got the Queen of Swords. I'm feeling like now is a new time to act upon what it is that you want, even if you have started to do it again. And Queen of Swords, you are expressing yourself, you're expressing your ideas. You're being a bit more loud and proud about what it is that you believe in and what it is that you stand for. You are definitely stepping into your authentic self here and expressing yourself in a way that maybe you haven't before. Maybe you've shied away from uncomfortable conversations. Maybe I just see this, the Queen of Swords for me is just such a badass, like feminine energy, kind of Judge Judy-esque is probably how I would give her a persona. You know, says what it is, cuts to the chase, very passionate. There's a lot of intelligence here as well. You know, the Queen of Swords definitely has her wits about it, but the fact that, you know, if you have definitely tried this adventure again and maybe it didn't quite go to plan before, you are reconsidering, put these past hurts behind you, and you can definitely start that again. So I hope that makes sense for the reading. Now I just have a couple more cards for you. Please, if you could comment, like, or subscribe to the video, I would super appreciate that. That would definitely help me a lot. And also, yeah, just comment, see where you are this time next year. Come back to the video, see how that year has progressed. You can even do, you know, journaling on this video as well. So can we have some clarification for Gemini, please? So we got versatility. Let's see if I can put those there. Any more that wants to come up for Gemini, please? Play. And let's see. Maybe you've had quite a serious year. Let's pick those up. And speak your truth, especially by December with your Queen of Swords here. So maybe, yeah, maybe you've had quite a serious year for 2025. Maybe you've been a bit heavy, been very work focused, and you've kind of neglected to let your creative side out or let yourself out to play. You've got versatility here as well. So you are a Gemini, you are already so open to being so communicative and being able to express yourself in so many different ways and being able to, you know, communicate with so many different people about, you know, you are the informant. You know a little bit about everything. So you've definitely got a lot of versatility. So definitely step in with those powers as well and speak your truth. I think that is super powerful, just to let you know, to speak your truth. Don't shy away. You know, be open and honest, and yes, that's scary sometimes, but, you know, speaking your truth is like training a muscle in the gym. You know, that the more you speak your truth, this is really how you step into your authentic self. So Gemini, thank you so much for being with me today. I hope this has benefited you and this reading has helped you. And yes, I look forward to seeing you again soon.